Good day everyone, and good day to you ma'am. I am Ninyo A. Kando, and this is my understanding about our lesson from chapter 1 to chapter 6. So, first is chapter 1, Historical Antecedents in the Course of Science and Technology. In this chapter, I learned that science and technology have always been part of human life, from the simple tools of early humans to the complex machines we have today. Everything started from curiosity and the need to survive. Ancient civilizations like Egypt, Greece, China, and even the Philippines all contributed discoveries that shaped the modern world. It made me realize that progress is a long journey built on human creativity and perseverance. So, next is chapter 2, Intellectual Revolutions. So, this chapter opened my eyes to how big ideas change the way we think. For example, the Copernican revolution taught us that the Earth isn't the center of the universe, and the Darwinian revolution changed how we understand life and the evolution. These revolutions show that science moves forward when people dare to question and explore. It's about thinking beyond limits and searching for truth, even if it challenges old beliefs. So, Chapter 3, Science, Technology, and Nation Building. Here, I understand how science and technology are essential in building a strong nation. In the Philippines, for example, we improve education, agriculture, health, and communication. A nation grows when it invests in innovation and research. This chapter made me realize that every scientific breakthrough, no matter how small, contributes to the progress and independence of a country. And next is chapter 4, Human Flourishing in Science and Technology. In this part, I learned that science and technology should help people live better lives, not just make things faster or easier. True human flourishing means using technology to improve well-being, happiness, and human connections. But it also reminds us to use it responsibly, because if we misuse it, it can harm both people and the environment. Next is Chapter 5, Human Flourishing as Reflected in Progress and Development. This chapter helped me understand that progress is not only about modern gadgets or tall buildings. Real progress means improving people's quality of life, ensuring equality, sustainability, and happiness. It's a reminder that development should always serve humanity and not destroy it. And finally, the last chapter, chapter 6, The Good Life, made me reflect deeply. It taught me that the good life is more than just comfort and convenience. It's about balance, values, and using science and technology for the good of all. A good life means living with purpose, caring for others, and making choices that benefit the planet and future generations. So, that would be all for my understanding, ma'am. Thank you and goodbye.